Hello, my gorgeous group ones. Welcome to your reading. Thank you for joining me here today. So today we're going to be getting into how do you view your looks and your body versus how men view your looks and your body. This is to be a cutesy little reading to see the differences or the similarities between how you view yourself physically versus how men or your person, whoever you like to, look good for, see you and view your body, okay? We're going to hop right into it by starting off with how you view your body. Okay, how you view yourself. I feel like immediately I'm getting like a curvaceous kind of energy to you. Maybe you see yourself as someone's like bigger. Could be an energy coming through here. I'm hearing big bone. That's funny. You could definitely view yourself as someone who's bigger. Let's see what that entails or what ties into that. Spirit, how do my group ones view themselves? There's a Queen of Wands. Okay, so you think you're sexy. So you view yourself as bigger in like a beautiful way. Okay. These also flew out. How they view themselves. Please, Spirit, physically. You have the Knight of Wands. Okay. Spunky. My group ones, how they view themselves physically. You're very active is what's coming through with all this Wands energy. Active, passionate. Wands also represent like very sexual, sensual energy. So that could definitely be a vibe as well. You think you're sexy. Okay. You have the Seven of Wands. Yeah, there's all these wands. All these wands, please. Group one, we have the Four of Swords in reverse. Yeah, so that's like definitely giving active. The Four of Swords is an energy of like being very still, being in a meditative state, not moving too much, just thinking. You're definitely someone who's more active and more moving. You're lively is the kind of energy coming through. You crack jokes, you're funny, you're beautiful, you're stunning, all that kind of energy. And that's how you view yourself physically. The Knight of Wands, the Queen of Wands, the Seven of Wands, okay? It's kind of like I can kind of beat you up. So maybe you kind of see yourself in like a very masculine like energy, right? Not saying you look like a man, okay? For some of you, that could resonate depending on who and what you're watching for, okay? It's kind of like giving big, I'm hearing butch energy. So I'm not sure if that's I don't think it's a derogatory term, but I know people call like women who are more, who are into women who dress like men. Like they're like, there's a bunch of different names for them, okay? Women who, how can I even describe it? Who lean, like dress more manly, I guess you could say, okay? So they're also called studs. There's a bunch of different names for them, okay? That could be your vibe as well. So it's kind of like you come off as like, beautiful with the Queen of Wands, very attractive, okay? But in like a very in your face kind of way is the kind of vibe coming through here. Let's see what else comes through. We had a card that flew over. We have the King of Cups. Interesting. I'm trying to figure out why the cards are acting up. Okay. Yeah. King of Cups is a Scorpio energy, so very intense, very in your face kind of beauty you guys have or looks. So maybe you may think that men find you like intimidating or they're not interested. It could be a vibe coming through here. Or you come off as someone like always on the defense, like leave me alone, stay away. Something in your looks, you feel like give that vibe to men. Or maybe you feel like based on how they treat you, you're giving that off, Take what resonates for you. How do men view? At group ones, we have the Three of Wands. We have Death, definitely intimidating. And this is Tower. Fucking gosh. You think you scare them away. I was getting the vibe and I was trying to say in a delicate manner because y'all love to say how, oh my gosh, like, oh, this made me feel bad about myself. Okay, well, this is how you view yourself. So what can I tell you? I can't tell you anything. Interesting. Maybe some of you feel like men only want you for your body. It could be a thing as well. The Queen of Wands coming through here. Okay, my oh my. So yeah, we have the Queen of Wands starting to start, which is very much Leo energy. So there is something about your looks that are very much in their face. You're confident about how you look. You love how you look. But then there's also something here about, I'm hearing juicy. I keep it juicy, juicy. I eat that lunch. I didn't hear that song specifically, but whenever I hear juicy, I think of that song. So juicy is coming through by Doja Cat. I keep it juicy, juicy. I eat that lunch, okay? That natural beauty, beauty, yeah, yeah. What? If you could see it from the front, wait till you see it from the back, 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 back. Hilarious. So yeah, you juicy, okay. I love you guys already, I can't. Okay, so yeah, then we have the Knight of Wands, which is like very rebellious. You could have like a very rebellious, sporty, athleisure kind of look to you as well. But then the Queen of Wands gives me someone who goes all out in her looks. So we could have different people watching here. So take what resonates for you. Maybe some of you are more lean than curvaceous, because the Queen of Wands, her being the leader of the wands, does give me someone who takes good care of their body. So maybe some of you work out a lot, and therefore you don't really have like the curvaceous soft figure that is like associated with women. Sometimes you have like a more lean, you could have a six-pack, yeah, and strong and muscular, yes, kind of body type. Because the Seven of Wands is giving me, you give off the vibe that you can defend yourself, okay? So come at me, bro, is the kind of vibe coming through here. So maybe you guys are giving like a more feminine figure, but you have like a very like masculine, come at me, bro, kind of energy to you, okay? So you view yourself as someone who can hold their own physically, okay? Then we have the King of Cups here. So there is like a softness to you, but not that soft, because Scorpio energy is not soft in the least. So there can definitely be something like very like RBF, get away from me, don't mess with me kind of energy to you, because Scorpio gives all of those energies and more, okay? Scorpions are the stinger. They're gonna sting you if you get too close. They're kind of like leave me alone, like a loner kind of vibe. So you would think you give off like a standoffish, leave me alone energy to men in the looks department, okay? And that could be in the way they treat you or how you interact with them. Take what resonates. Maybe you give off a I don't want you, leave me alone energy, and you think that men are not attracted to you because you are standoffish, or maybe too intense for them or something like that. They're intimidated, right? Or in the opposite end of the spectrum, you think men don't want you physically because you are intimidating, you know? So maybe they don't walk up to you because they're too intimidated to say anything to you, right? Because you're giving baddie baddie. If you can see it from the front, but you see it from the back, okay? You know what I mean? Double cheeked up and all that good stuff, right? And then you give off also black cat energy. So it's kind of like black cats are, oh, they're supposed to be so scary, stay away from them. You know what I mean? So that's definitely coming through. Then we have the Three of Wands, which is also kind of giving me an energy of sporty. Okay, I'm hearing sporty spice, so that could definitely be a vibe coming through. I don't even remember what she looked like. I think she was like the blonde one. I don't even know. The Spice Girls were never my thing, okay? My people had listened to that music when I was growing up, so didn't really know much about them. But I know that they're like a culture, like one of their songs. What is it called? Stupid with my friends. If you can't get with my friends, if you want to be my lover, that song, right? You gotta get with my friends. Like that's the only way I know about them, because they're like a pop culture. That song is like very popular. But anyway, I digress. The Three of Wands is someone who's actively chasing something, making progress, you know, going forth and conquering. And then we also have like this pattern here that always makes me think of like racing. So very much like a runner, maybe something like a runner's build, you know, which is like very lean, a little bit muscular. So some of you are giving curvy and some of you are giving more lean, okay? So like I said, take what resonates. You have nice thighs, you like your thighs, you like your calves, okay? Those are some of your favorite body parts. Your butt is coming through as well. You could be very tall for a girl, is what I just heard, if you're a feminine watching. If you're a masculine watching, you're just tall, period. But either way, you find yourself physically intimidating when it comes to your looks, okay? And that's how you view yourself physically. Then we have the Death card, which is more Scorpio energy coming through. So it's just very much giving bad, mama jamma, femme fatale kind of energy, like predator. I'll eat your head. Like, isn't that what the certain insects do to their mates? they mate with them, you know, to make sure they're gonna get pregnant, and they kind of kill them, you know? So that could definitely be a vibe coming through for you guys, right? You give off that man eater, woman eater energy, okay? So you could think that people find you physically intimidating because you look that good, you know? I'm hearing you look the F good. Y'all are killing me here, please. I'm trying to be very level-headed with this reading, and y'all are just like, no, my head is too big for that. So you definitely be feeling yourself, okay? And then we have the Tower, which is just like, child, the Tower is also, you could be tall for it, right? Some of you guys are definitely giving that big blick energy coming through here. Yeah, you're very full on, very intimidating, you know, very fierce, very fiery, very passionate, very athletic. You know what I mean? You know your worth is what I'm hearing. With the Queen of Wands definitely knows her worth. So there's definitely something here about that coming through. That's how you view yourself, right? Maybe some of you think you're too tall. Like, I feel like there's some insecurities that are peeking through here, but based on how you're viewing yourself. So some of you may think you look too masculine, you have too much muscles, and men don't like that. Whatever the people say out there in the world, you know what I mean? First of all, men don't like curvy, and then they don't like skinny, and they don't like muscular. They gotta like something, because they be out here shooting a shot every which way. Like, okay. So it's definitely giving, maybe you are someone who's like a taller girl, and you hear that men don't like taller women. So that's something you could be like, oh my gosh, oh, they don't like because I'm too tall. And I'm sure they're not worried about that. We'll see what happens when we get over here. I could be wrong, you know. Some of you may be like a little too lean, and you don't really have the curves you think women should have, and that's something you're kind of like, oh, you know, a little, you know, wary about. You know what I mean? Some of you are too curvy, some of you are too thick, right? And you're worried, oh, some men don't want me too thick. Like, you see, there's too many insecurities coming through here. Who gives a flying full doodle what these men think? Let's start off with that, okay? But yeah, there could be some insecurities around that, because there's so many like opinions about what they like and what they don't like, and what they want and what they don't want. Every man is different, child. Just shoot your shot. Not every man has the same idea about what a woman should look like. Some men have preferences, some don't. Some love all women. You never know. There is a man out there who's gonna love your body down. Like, that's it. Okay. Let us get some cards. I don't know which deck I'm gonna pull for this side. We have the Fairy Oracle, and then we have, so I put this one up first, we'll do this one. The Fairy Oracle for how you view yourself physically. It's fast. We have Treat Yourself. Look at that. You be eating. Look at this person there. Yo, I just want to scream. Oh my gosh, this is how I love this. She is eating. So you's a girl that eats. Okay, you're a person that eats. You're an eater. And then we have Flow. Look at this. Very seductive energy. So yeah, you're very seductive. You're a man eater. Literally what I was saying. You're eating that corn, okay? Maybe some of you have like a body that looks like it came out of a corn video. You know what I mean? It's corn. I'm sorry. Excuse my French. Some of you are chunkier because it's coming through here, and then some of you are more like very seductive in nature. Maybe some of you seduce without meaning to, so you're kind of like, oh my gosh, these men always think I'm flirting with them, and I'm really not. You know, some people just have those kind of eyes, right? Let me get one more card, please, for my group ones. How do they view themselves physically? The elements. You have it all. You's a bad mamma jamma. She's a bad mamma jamma. Yeah. Just as fine as she can be. So you's fine, okay? Now let's get into how these men view you physically. Some of you think you could be too big and not their type. You're too skinny, not their type. Too muscular, not their type. Like, goodbye. Like I said, who cares what they think? Let's get into it though. Please, Spirit. But you are very active. For some of you, like, you have like, I don't know if you could be someone who's bigger, but you still know how to move, you know? So maybe you have a preconceived notion that, oh, because I'm big, they're all automatically think I'm out of shape or I can't do certain things. There's plenty of people who are bigger who could do lots of things that other people can't do. You know, the splits, they can do yoga, they can do all kinds of things. So that could be like a notion that you worry about or something that, you know, bothers you. We have the 5 of Coins, and then we have the King of Wands. Okay. And then we have the Page of Wands. So wands, wands, wands. So you are sexy, very sensual. How they're seeing you. just as fine as she can be. We have 5 of Cups. It's just interesting. I'm hearing you're making them sad because they can't have you. So interesting. Okay, let's keep going. How do men view my group? Choose physical looks. We have the Queen of Coins. Yeah, very sexy. I'm hearing you could bounce a coin off that. Oh my goodness. Some of them like think of like getting you pregnant with the Queen of Coins here. She's the mother. The homemaker. So maybe some of you are like, what would you call it? Mom genes could be coming through as well. Maybe some of you look like you've had kids and like you've filled out and your body has been through things and you've given life is the kind of vibe coming through as well. Because here, like I always say when this card comes out, she looks so much like Angelina Jolie. It has to be a portrayal of her, the Queen of Coins, okay? And even though she's like older in age or more mature could be a thing as well. Maybe your body gives like mature, which is what I was trying to get at. Like you've had kids, you've lived life, you know, going through some experiences, you know, your body looks lived in. You eat food, unlike some people out here, you know? There's something here about her still being like a beauty standard even after she had all these kids and is older in age. So they are still desiring you for sure. How are men viewing their looks? Please, Spirit. Page of Wands is definitely giving young and spruce. So you look younger than your age is what I'm getting as well. They're viewing you as someone who looks younger than your age. Five of Cups is giving an energy of maybe you look sad as well. You have the Ace of Swords, so you look sharp. Your eyes are very alert is what I'm hearing as well. She's a bad man, Kdrama. 7 of Wands. Wow. We have the 7 of Wands coming out for both. That's interesting. Yeah, you are very spunky. We have the Empress. Wow, look at that. Just in case you were wondering, they view you as the Empress. And that's, like I said, she's pregnant most of the time in most of the decks. So we have that, and then we have the 8 of Coins. Interesting. Okay, so give me a second. I'm gonna move these over. She's a bad man, Gemma. That song's just gonna be stuck in my head all day, huh? They just keep thinking that, honestly. You think that, they think that. Like, they're taking it a step further. You embody all the queens here, not even just the Queen of Wands. You're all the queens put together. You're not only just, you know, physically sexy, you're also emotionally sexy, mentally sexy, financially sexy. That's a big thing coming through here. You could look like someone who spends a lot of money on your appearance. You know, getting your eyebrows done, your nails done, your hair done, the clothes you're wearing. There's something here about you putting time and energy into that. I just heard something here about them being sad, that you feel like you have to spend so much money to look good. So that's the thing coming through. That has to be someone who knows you quite well, okay? Or just that's a generalization they make about women. I feel so sad that they feel like we think they have to dress so well all the time, you know? Moving over and moving these over so you can see everything. Okay. Oh, this tripod been acting up lately. Okay. So yes, definitely. I don't know, you definitely just get mature. You could dress like very not conservative, but classy could be an energy. And it's funny how I was talking about the Spice Girls. You could be definitely giving like posh spice and sporty spice, right? So you're giving the vibe of like effortless beauty, the Queen of Wands, very sexy. You put a lot of time and energy into how you look with the Queen of Wands. You know you're sexy, okay? That's how you view yourself. How men view you, you're also very sexy, but you have like a more mature vibe to you. You could be older, but you look young for your age. There's the vibe coming through. I'm also hearing you look like you haven't had kids. So for those of you who have had kids, that could be an energy you are also like a little bit insecure or reserved about. You don't like look like it, okay? That's not something they're thinking of. When they're thinking of you, they're not thinking about, oh, she's such a MILF. No, you're just a fine woman to them, okay? You're mature, sophisticated, right? The 5 of Coins, like there's something here about like sadness and loss, okay? 5 of Coins is broke. So it's definitely giving they could view you like you're high maintenance. So when they're seeing you and how you dress yourself, they're kind of like, oh, sugar, I can't afford her, right? And this makes me think of like an interview I saw on social media. Or not even an interview, it was a stitch that Anwar White made to a episode of 𝐓𝐴𝐻𝐿, where James was basically saying how when he's online dating and seeing a woman's profile, he is asking himself if he can afford her lifestyle. So he's swiping through all the pictures, wondering if he can afford to treat her or, you know, afford her, period. And then Anwar like stitched the video and came in and said, oh, that's true, and da da da, kind of energy. So it's kind of giving that, how a man is like, oh, look at how she dresses and how she carries herself and all the expensive things she can already buy for herself. I can't afford her. And it makes him sad, right? So they're definitely viewing you as some like very high maintenance, high value man or woman, whoever's watching. Okay, so you're definitely coming through as that, okay? For some dusty men here, they're like definitely giving nose in the air, and it could be a queen calling you Heidi. Hoity-toity is the word that was coming through. High and mighty is the vibes, I feel like, for some of them, because, you know, this is not, all men are not evolved, and, you know, kings. Why am I hearing of the kingdom? Oh, I cannot stand that man. Like, his video was popping up, it is not of the kingdom, on TikTok. He cracks me the frick up. Anyway, yeah, most men aren't of the kingdom. So the ones that are seeing you as a high value woman that they probably can't afford. Others of them who are like in their distorted masculine, oh, she thinks she's better than me, you know, uppity kind of energy, as they do, right? Those men, we don't care about them, but that is coming through for sure. For some men, you intimidate them, in case you wanted to know. We love that, which you kind of figured on this side of things, so great. King of Wands, intimidation still, because King of Wands is someone who's in a masculine energy, and you think you're coming through with someone all delicate and feminine. No, you be cussing these men out. It's making me think of how men are always talking about women from Brooklyn, how they're very masculine. They like bark, they have like deep voices, they speak like men, but they're just women. It's the kind of vibe you bring. And the men are thinking about you physically, like, oh my gosh, you're very intimidating. So you figure they see you as intimidating, and they do, okay? That is a common thread between the two of these readings so far. But you have the Ace of Swords, interesting. Like I said, your eyes are very sharp. You're always picking up on things and seeing everything. They think your eyes are particularly beautiful. Your voice could be particularly beautiful as well. Your lips as well, because the words and all that come out of your mouth, okay? I'm hearing some of you could have nice teeth as well. Excuse me again. Jesus, confirmation burp, I guess we'll go with. Then we have the Page of Wands. You're very youthful. You look very good for your age, whatever your age may be. Young for your age or just your age. Okay. And then we have the Seven of Wands again, which is like that very defensive. Like, and look at the little bunny in her arms. Oh, the bunny is so stinking cute. Look at that. You look cute, and it's coming out with the Page of Wands. Yeah, you're so cute. Maybe some of them like get a little worried because they're not sure what age you are. Like maybe you give like jailbait vibes. Oh boy. And then we have the Empress. As I said, we already went over her. We have the Five of Cups and we have the Empress. Now this is funny because here we have the, oh, I feel left out because I'm not as like abundant or I can't dress as well as this group, okay? And then here we have the Five of Cups, which is giving me the opposite side of that, or the same thread, I guess we could say, the same vein, where this person is sad because they can't have you or afford you, right? Because you're definitely giving someone who's like the Empress. She deserves, and she is someone who needs the best things. Who had to stretch? The best care, the best lifestyle. I can't afford to have her, so it kind of makes them a little sad sometimes, you know? Or it could just mean you look sad sometimes with the Five of Coins and the Five of Cups. The way she's like holding herself in both of the cards is definitely giving me, maybe you are someone who is like more shy, more reserved. You kind of fold into yourself or hide into yourself. You always like have your arms around your body because you're trying to hide or shrink into yourself. It's the energy that's coming through here as well. Take what resonates for you, okay? With the Empress here, we have Taurus and Libra vibes, which are like very stylish Venus-ruled signs. So men consider you gorgeous, child, stunning, a darling. Whatever the case may be, whether you look sad, whether you look innocent, whether you look older, whether you look more mature, it doesn't really matter what your body looks like, what your face looks like. They could find you stunning, okay? The epitome of feminine beauty, whether even if you are masculine. energy. You are a man and identify as a man, but you like men and you're wondering what they think of you. You're beautiful. And you know how to dress. But then you also have moments of being very comfortable and dressing very leisurely. And then on the opposite side of that, I'm hearing luxuriously. So it's giving, you know, best of both worlds kind of energy. Maybe some of you always change up your hair quite often, because I'm thinking of Hannah Montana now with the best of both worlds. And she was always like in a different hairstyle or going back and forth between Hannah and Miley. So maybe you have an alter ego. Maybe sometimes they see Miley Stewart very chill, athleisure, throwing on whatever she wants to throw on, sweats, you know what I mean, a two-piece suit, whatever, a Nike sweatsuit kind of vibes. And then the next time they see you, you're all dolled up in a different wig, in a different hair color, wearing different clothes, giving more superstar lavish. So that's the energy coming through for y'all, how they view you. Very lively, very vibrant, lots of colors, nice hair, like good skin is what I'm hearing as well. Good bone structure could definitely be a thing too. Some of you do have chubbier cheeks, because here she's getting like snatched, right? Let me show you. And the Empress, we're not surprised, she's getting snatched. You can see her jawline very clearly. Very strong neck coming through. And then in this card here, with the Ace of Swords, her face is more rounded out and her cheeks are like, there's a plumpness to her cheeks. Like there's life, color in your cheeks, okay? This makes me think of someone I met one time at a dating event, and she had like, like rosacea. So her face was like naturally always flush. And I'm like, I told her, I'm like, I love your blush. She's like, this is not blush. This is just what my face looks like. I'm like, oh, well, you're lucky, because some people got to pay for that. But, you know, rosacea could be a thing coming through as well. Or just like plump, lively, chunky cheeks, chipmunk cheeks, okay? But the Queen of Coins coming through here. But these two lions, very feline, like very on the prowl, which is kind of what you were coming through as over here as well. So, like I said, on the same page when it comes to those two things, you're kind of giving predator to their prey. You know, you're going to eat them up, right? Or you could just give that energy of, like, I'll eat you up and spit you out, man-eater vibes, okay? And then here we have the 8 of Coins. I'm trying to figure out what this could mean. Like, it's definitely giving me you have mastered whatever look you are going for, is the vibe coming through, you know? Whether it's the perfect hairstyle, I don't know, I'm hearing balayage, like, I think that's when there's like a frame on your face. Like the front of your hair to your shoulders are like layered, and then the rest of your hair is just like out in the back. I'm not 100% sure, but that's what I'm seeing in my mind. So we're gonna go with that one, okay? Where like this pieces that frame your face, right? So like very flowy hair is the vibe coming through. Some of you have longer hair for sure, because these two women here, I'm being called to them, and their hair is quite long, and so is hers here too. So full long. But 8 of Coins, like there's like definitely a method to the madness. There's something you do, something that you like replace could be a thing as well. Like I was saying earlier, like you could get your eyebrows done, maybe some of you get your lips done. Like you have like expensive things that like you upkeep, you know? Not everybody can afford lip injections or to replace them or refill them, whatever. Maybe you guys can. That's something you do, you know? You get your nails done, you know, on your hair did, right? Because not everybody can afford to go to the salon and get a balayage or a balayage, however the heck you pronounce it. Yeah. I keep being called to the fact that these women have like things in their hair. So you can wear like things in your hair, crowns, flowers, headbands. The earrings she's wearing are a statement piece in this here. Your side profile keeps coming through as well, because in all these cards, literally, like even I'm sorry, I'm afraid of you guys, the men. I'm sorry, the men out there, you guys have a strong jawline and strong shoulders as well. There's something here about taking care of your hair, your crown, okay? Because they all are wearing crowns, even the guy here. So there's something here about you getting your hair done. But yeah, like side profile, side profile, side profile, side profile, side profile, side profile, and freaking side profile. All these cards here, besides these two here, are giving side profile. So there's something here about that. Maybe you take pictures on like a specific side, could be a thing coming through, and that's how they view you. I don't know, but especially if they're like watching you on social media, there could be like a specific side you're always on. And that's the only side they ever see, right? Let's pull some cards. This is the deck we're gonna pull from, right? Yes. And then at the bottom, before I even start shuffling, we have the Wheel of Fortune. So it's like you won the genetic lottery. Is what I always think of when the Wheel of Fortune comes through. And look at how she has a really long, flowy hair. She's wearing her crown, and she's taking her time to brush through her hair before she goes to bed or does anything, you know? I'm hearing take no prisoners, so you definitely are a stunning beauty. I'm hearing you turn them on, because I keep staring at this circle here and tell me it's not giving you the insignia on a computer that represents the power button. It's like a circle with like a line through the middle. That's what this here is giving me. And every time I see it, it always gives me that. But I don't say it, but here I'm saying it now. There's something here about you turning them on, because you will press that button to turn the computer on, right? Okay. So let's see what's coming through. So you definitely do be trying to seduce these men out here, because she ain't innocent. The way she's looking and turning around and like, you know, charmed, I'm sure. It's like giving me like a Marilyn Monroe kind of effect, where all the men were just like, you know, enamored, enthralled with her. And she was a curvy beauty, I'm telling you. Okay. Group 3, how do men view them, their looks? Your back could be significant. Your back, your neck, your shoulders, and your chest are prominent. These are a lot of cards. We have Find Your Own Voice. I mentioned your voice earlier, so that's my confirmation. They like the way you speak. Past is the present. This is definitely giving me you look young for your age, or you age gracefully. Okay? How you look when you were younger is how you will still look. Your past, your present. Here we have Mother Nature. That coincides with the Queen of Pentacles that were coming through here. So you could have like a very earthy look to you, very natural beauty. You don't have to do much. Some of you do, and then some of you don't, okay? Like I said, there's an upkeep you do to keep yourself looking youthful and young around the clock. Others of you, it's just it comes naturally to you. Because how will they know? They don't know anything. Most of them about upkeeping and doing makeup and doing this and doing that and lip fillers. Majority of men don't know nothing about that, okay? Mother Nature, very natural. And like I said, using all the things at your disposal and around you to make yourself look good is the vibe coming through. Here we have Breaking Free. Interesting. And look at the waist is snatched here. And the chest all out. So you have like a nice like torso is also a vibe that's coming through. And wild hair. Really get this card. Love to see it. Okay. And then here we have the Sound of Silence. Look at her. She's very elegant and very like extravagant. You know, she's sitting by her indoor pool in like a, what is it called? A camise. With her lingerie underneath, okay? She has her pearls she's wearing in the house. So yeah, some of y'all are definitely giving like high maintenance energy. And then we have the Waves of Emotion. It's just emotions taking me over. Anyway. You got me feeling emotions deeper than I've ever dreamed of. Oh, you got me feeling emotions. That song also coming through. So we have Emotion by Destiny's Child, and then we have Emotions by Mariah Carey coming through. Either way, you have them feeling emotions. You have them feeling things, okay? It's emotion, literally, okay? And her hair. Look at how it's free and very curly and long and thick. Glorious, your hair. And hair too. Oh my, yeah, there's something here about your hair. And even if you're a guy, you could have like longer hair. Yep, that'll do it. Let me stop. I'm serious. You're definitely seeing, like I said, you're seeing yourself as someone who's like very attractive and sexy in your own right. Maybe someone who are like, oh, maybe I'm a little chunky, or I eat too much, or I'm a bigger girl, or I'm, you know, too muscular, or too this, or too that. There's certain things that I feel like society tells women men don't want. Okay, if they don't want this and they don't want that, what the heck do they want? Do we even care? Like I said at this point, but it's giving, oh, men love thick women, and then there's certain men who don't, right? I don't want a bigger woman. I want someone who doesn't have any curves at all. I want them to be straight up and down. Like, I want them to be slim, you know, slender. And then you're like, okay, but then I heard all my life that they want fake women, but they don't, or that man doesn't. So it doesn't matter what they want at the end of the day. You get what you get, you don't get upset. Okay? If they want you, they're gonna take you as you are and love you, and that's it. Okay? But I'm definitely getting an energy here of like, oh my gosh, but men don't want this, they don't want that from me. But you're also very confident in yourself because you love yourself. But when it comes to what men think, it's kind of like, I don't know, you keep your guard up because you could have heard some things or was raised in a certain way, right? That men don't want this, they don't want that, who cares? The Tower card is like, you feel like you're free falling when it comes to this topic because you never really know what to experience or what to expect, But you guys are getting very active, whether you are someone who's bigger or not. You know how to move your body, okay? Period. And then, like I said, the elements are all hugging and together in perfect harmony here. So I feel like you think that they think that everything works together for good. You at least look good, right? I mean, you may not be their type, but they can't say you don't look good. It's what I just heard, period. It's reminding me of what I used to say when I was younger. Me and my sister, because growing up, we were both like, our family was always like bigger. Nobody in our family is skinny besides my cousin, but she gets it from my daddy. My mom was never skinny and my father was just always big. He's still big, child. But people are always like, oh, you guys are fat. I'm like, okay, but we're not ugly though. What else can you say besides we're fat? We can get in the gym tomorrow and you lose weight. Then what can you say? Because you could never say the face card doesn't give. Never. Let me stop. I'm getting crazy. But that's how it is. You can never say I'm not cute and I'm not attractive. I don't carry myself well. I don't look good. The only thing you could probably say is I'm bigger, and hey, some people can't really, help that. So what do you want me to do? Right? I'm still gonna eat. I'm gonna starve myself. Not for your beauty standards. F out of here, right? That's the kind of energy coming through, or you need to embody. That's what we would say when we were younger. Okay, but we're still cute though. But you could never say we look ugly. Never. Hair always did, looking cute, well put together. You could never say anything besides we're fat, and I don't care. Mind your business, okay? Anyway, that's kind of vibe coming through here. But then society would tell you, oh, men don't want bigger girls, and I'm like, I beg to differ. Anyway, it just depends. And then other view, oh, men only want curvaceous women who look like they have curves, and you never had that. You're kind of like, oh my goodness, nobody's gonna want me. But you think you look good, you take care of yourself, you put in the time and energy it takes, but you're still like in the back of your mind, oh, I'm told they don't like that. There's just insecurities galore. And I feel like us as women have I mean, if you're a man watching, hey, what's up? But I feel like me coming from the standpoint of a woman, it's hard to be a woman because one minute they're telling you, oh, this is the beauty standard, then the next minute they're changing it and it's this and it's that. It's like giving you whiplash, you know what I mean? But you're confident in yourself and what you bring to the table, and you love yourself, and you know you're the bee's knees, and you know you're that girl, and you know you're a femme fatale, and you know all these things about yourself, and you don't really care what they think. But like I said, it's like always in the back of your mind, like, oh, what if, Especially if it comes to somebody you like, you want them to think you're cute, right? We all want that. But anyway, when it's someone you like and someone you appreciate, you don't want them to think you're looking crazy. You know what I mean? So who cares what men in general think, but the people you like, you could have like insecurities about how they view you because like of what beauty standards were when you were growing up versus how they are now. And it's crazy, child, I'm telling you. But anyway, that's what I have for y'all. You definitely treat yourself, you buy yourself the nicest things in life, you kind of, everything comes together to make one beautiful whole, And you just allow things to flow. You're not really too strict with yourself and what you can and can't do. Is the vibe that's coming through here. If you want to wear makeup, I'll wear makeup today. If I don't, I'm not going to. If I want to eat a whole meal today and be greedy, I will. If I don't, if I'm fasting, then I'll do that. You're not too strict in like what you can and can't eat, what you can and can't wear. You're just like a very chill person. And then men are over here thinking, oh my gosh, how'd she put that outfit together? She looks so good, I'm intimidated, right? So it's like, the perspective is always so crazy when I do these kinds of readings because it's like, what? Anyway, you're a goddess. We have the Empress. They want to get you pregnant. That's all you need to know. Okay. But I'm gonna leave your reading here. They love your hair. Your hair like very nice. Okay. I'm hearing pear shape. So maybe some of you have like really little itty bitties, Why am I hearing that song by Kanye West? He's like, up top, two bee stings. I'm freaking screaming. So, the rest of her body's like giving blah blah boom, but up top you have like two little bee stings, I'm trying to remember what he said. What's that song? All of the lights. Is it all? I don't really know the song. I can't remember right now. but he's like got a lot of booty, but up top are two bee stings. That always cracks me up, because what are you talking about? Anyway, I'm gonna leave you reading here. I keep saying that, I keep going, but yeah, I hope it resonated with you guys. Let me know in the comments. Like, comment, subscribe, join the tribe. We'd love to have you, right? Hype the video, please and thank you. If you want to book a reading with me, you could always do so using my email in the description box below. Okay. If you want to join my membership on the channel, you could always do that using my link in the description box below, right above the timestamps, okay? But as always, I hope you're having a beautiful, wonderful day whenever you're watching this reading. And as always, I will see you gorgeous people in the next one. Bye. Hello, my gorgeous group twos. Welcome to your reading. Thank you for joining me here today. Today, we're going to be getting into how do you view yourself and your physical body and your looks versus how men view you and your physical body and your looks, okay? So we're doing a Venn diagram today, a comparison, and seeing what is going to be the same in the middle, okay? So let's get straight into the reading. We're going to be getting into how you view yourself first, okay? So how my group ones view their looks. I'm hearing a bombshell. So you guys think you're a bombshell. Please. Okay, you have a taker already. You have the Ace of Cups. Okay. So you cute. Like you bring out a reaction to people. The Ace of Cups is kind of like a, oh, who's that? You know, kind of energy. Like a sudden realization or a sudden emotion, a sudden reaction, right? Like I said already. We have the Knight of Pentacles and then we have the Chariot. Okay. You're giving like a very soft, cutesy, beautiful, innocent look is what I'm getting. Because the signs that I'm picking up on, the Ace of Cups is water, the Chariot is Cancer, and the Knight of Pentacles is kind of like a very homely, safe, secure, patient kind of energy. It's like giving good girl vibes. So maybe that's the kind of vibe you guys get, or good boy, whatever. It's kind of like not intimidating at all. It's just very girl next door sweet. Maybe an energy coming through a guy next door. We have the Five of Cups. I'm seeing Billie Eilish on my mind's eye. So you guys could kind of look like her. Like she has the pouty lip. She has like the very intense, sad eyes, right? And then she's always changing her hair color, but she's like, I think naturally a blonde, if I'm not mistaken. So very much giving, if you would see her, very much girl next door kind of vibe, okay? We have the Page of Wands. Okay, so you definitely do cause a reaction in men because we have the wand at attention, okay? Then we have the Wheel of Fortune. Interesting. So there is something very changeable about your looks as well. Maybe you're always changing how you look. You're like, you never really stay the same, which could definitely be the Chariot card coming through because you always have the black Sphinx and the white Sphinx. So it's kind of like sometimes, you know what I just heard, which is insane? Some of you can have like a tan, so you're like always changing skin color. So during the summer, you look like an entirely different person than who you do in the winter because of the change in skin texture. Texture's insane. Maybe you have texture to your skin, but I meant to say like the color. So it's reminding me of, I was seeing a video yesterday on TikTok where this guy was like, here come the clears, the light skins coming through, trying to claim being black this summer. Quick, take a picture of your light skinned friend right now. Because apparently light-skinned people, once the summertime comes, they get a little bit tan, then they want to be posting pictures and acting up, you know? But in the wintertime, when they're pale, they can't really say too much. Now they got to pipe down a little bit, right? And he had me cracking up. And all the people, the light-skinned people in the comments were like, oh, why are you calling us out? Da, 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 da. Like, somebody was like, I'm buying my darker shade right now. And I'm like, y'all have me, I can't stand y'all for real. Like, Black people are so freaking funny. So maybe you're someone who's funny, like besides the looks factor, but he had me cracking. Like, quick, take a picture of them now. Before summertime comes, yo, he is hilarious. We have the Eight of Pentacles. Yeah, there's something here about transformation. So how you look in the morning versus how you look when you go into work or you see people or you're out in the world could be like a very vast difference, a drastic difference. So you guys put on full glam every day. You could put on makeup every day kind of thing, you know. You go through transformations, you know. You go from looking black to white, not racial, because that would be crazy, okay? You have this Six of Cups. That's what I was saying about the innocent look to you. Why am I hearing do you or do you not wear wigs? I can't. So that could definitely be something you wear as well. Lots of wigs. Like I said, when you wake up in the morning, you have your freaking cornrows going back, looking crazy, looking dusty. Like they need to be redone, and then whoop, before you know it, you throw on the wig cap, throw on the wig, and you're a whole different person. Like that's kind of what I'm getting here. Like there's like a drastic change you go through every day. You know what I mean? Maybe some of you deal with like skin texture or hyperpigmentation on your skin, and you get up every day and like put on makeup to cover it up. So when you come home and take off all the makeup and drag off the wig, you're a different person. You know, that's kind of what I'm getting for how you view yourself. Like you go through like drastic changes, black and white, okay? Some people think you look too young for your age, so you do makeup to look older, is what I'm hearing as well. But you view yourself as someone very consistent, okay? You take your time. You take forever to get ready, is what I'm hearing as well. You take forever to start your day and get ready because you can do like a lot of things. You have like a routine or you have some prep, like long skincare routines could definitely be a thing as well. So you view yourself as someone who's like a very long skincare routine to keep yourself looking young and spruce, okay? And then we have the Nine of Pentacles. Yeah, this is definitely giving me 10-step beauty routine, right? Because you be seeing people on social media who just be putting on all this stuff, and I'm like, I could never. Just touching my face more than like once or twice throughout the day, just, I don't know, it just upsets me, it stresses me out. Because I get up, I wash my face, I either use my bar soap, that's supposed to help with like preventing breakouts. It's from Good Molecules. It's like the Clarify and Cleanse bar, only $5, works like a charm, cost effective, very, and I use it. It doesn't break me out, it doesn't dry me out, very beautiful. And then I either use my Good Molecules moisturizer, moisturizing face wash, and that one kind of brings more life and buoyancy to my face. If I want to look alive, I'll put that one on. Or sometimes if I have enough time in the morning, I'll use both. Me, I be rushing in the morning. I don't got time to do the whole dang 10-step skincare routine. Some people wake up early just to get everything done, and that's y'all. I feel like with the Nine of Pentacles and the Nine of Pentacles, night 9. Okay, you're taking your time in the morning. You get up extra early. It's giving me the Euphoria episodes where Cass used to wake up like at the crack but a dawn, doing skincare and rolling in this and all this kind of stuff to go to school and look cute. Like I could never. Kudos to y'all who can, because I commend you. Me, I'm waking up like at the very last minute that I have to, taking a quick shower, washing my face, and then putting on a moisturizer, and that's it. That's all you're getting from me. I be forgetting sunscreen too, okay? Y'all are giving me 10-step beauty routine, okay? You're doing the toner, you're doing the moisturizer, you're doing the sunscreen, you're doing the makeup, you're doing the eyelashes, and full glam, a full beat every single day is the vibe coming through, okay? And which is why men love you, because you put time and effort into the energy, which is like I was getting with the whole like drastic changes and going from day and night, you know, physically. And that's how you view yourself, like someone who's always like changing. Okay, this is beautiful. Very different energy. You put a lot of time and effort into whatever it is you do, like beating your face, because the Eight of Pentacles always gives me someone who's like very dedicated to their craft. So your craft is yourself. So what you're wearing, how you're looking, like putting outfits together. Maybe you pick out your outfit the night before, you have it set out, like very organized. That's you, because you have a lot of pentacles coming through for you guys, but also like a lot of cups and only one wand. So like very, I'm hearing dreamy, picturesque main character is the vibe that you guys are giving. Because you want to leave an impression, I feel like. You don't want to just get up and look la-di-da. No. And we have like a lot of progressing, so like steps, because we have the Eight of Pentacles, the Nine, so 8 to 9, a step up. And then we have 5 to 6, so 5 to 6, a step up, right? So you're adding something to your looks, you're adding something to being on someone's armor. You could definitely see yourself as an accessory, right? Not gonna be for everyone, okay? But it's kind of like I'm an accessory. That's how I view myself. I want to add to someone's life. I want to look cute, right? Maybe some of you want to be like a little bit of like a trophy wife energy. Or you just put a lot of effort into that, and I feel like you would make the perfect trophy wife as well. You could view yourself as that. Like, I'm very, you know, a high value woman or person, okay? Anything else coming through? I'm hearing you've had the same skincare routine for like years now. You're coming through with someone who's very set in their ways. You have not, how can I even describe it? You have not varied from the process you go through. You haven't strayed from that process or routine. You're very faithful to it and you stick to it. I mean, I would be too if it, you know, has results. And the funny thing about me is I have so many skincare things at home, but I just don't use it. I have retinol, I have moisturizer, I have what I do use when I do break out, I use like a acne paste from Beauty. So good. Like, you just pour it onto the pimple and it covers it and it kind of like heals it a little bit. But I love that it just covers it, so I don't gotta touch it, right? And I'm not bothering it and picking at it, because I'm the kind of person who be popping and picking at mine, because I just hate the look of a pimple on my face. So I'm popping it, I don't care. But I have so much skincare at home, I just don't use it. I have like 2 different kinds of toners. I have like all these kind of moisturizers. I have retinol. I have the steps, y'all. I just don't like doing them, you know? Very bare minimum kind of person. So you're either the kind of person who's like doing nothing and waking up, or getting up and doing everything. You have days where you kind of switch off. Could be a vibe, because both of those energies are coming through here, and I'm kind of like, I don't know where one ends and the other begins. So it's giving you're both with the whole black and white vibe, okay? Anything else coming through? We're supposed to be getting how you view yourself. I feel like you take pride in how you look, you know? And you're very set in your ways. You, like I said, you haven't strayed from your routine or your products since you started, you know, makeup and stuff like that as well. You could wear the same clothes over and over again, because, you know, earth signs like routine. They like to, you know, be very predictable kind of energy. So you could definitely be coming through with something predictable, right? Nine of Pentacles does give like expensive clothing, and you like to treat yourself though, you know? So expensive products, clothing, you know, handbags. I'm hearing you work hard for your money, so you want to use it in the best way you think or figure or know how or want to. All of those could apply. And you work for the money, so you pour it back into yourself, period. But you see yourself as very beautiful, very pretty, very well put together. Okay, let's see what we get from these cards really quickly. I'm hearing you want to you want people to see the hard work you put into yourself. You would definitely be someone who posts on social media your skincare routines, what you do to your hair, things like that. You have time to tinker, literally. That's what you're doing. Tinkering with your looks, making sure you look good. And look at how she's looking at this person like, yeah, I did all that. So you definitely sounds like very creative. You could do like out of the box looks, like accessories, stuff like that. Some of you are cottagecore, some of you are alternatives, some of you are very earthy. It just depends, but your aesthetic, you go all in. I kind of feel like you guys are like set in one specific aesthetic and look. And that's something you do over and over and over again in different ways. You mix it up and match it up, but it's all the same at the end of the day, you know? A lot of golds, a lot of bangles, a lot of colored lipstick, right? Maybe you have a bunch of different wigs and you match your lipstick to your wig, stuff like that. I'm getting like a specific creator on social media. Like, there's like a specific lady who always pops up on I haven't seen her in a long time. I think her name is like Shoddy Astrology or something like that. but she has like a different wig color, and she wears these big, beautiful, curly, luscious, voluminous, sorry, hair. And I'm just like, she's like a fairy. She's beautiful to me. I think it's like Shoddy Astrology or something like that. SHAWTY. But she like does her makeup to like yo, beat down. Okay, it's a different style, different look every time. She wears these like specific like freckles on her face, like goes all out. Okay. And then she wears like, I don't even know if they're wigs or extensions or hair pieces. I have no freaking idea. But it's the most hair you've probably ever seen in your life. And she has it in different colors. Like she has it in pink and blue and green and purple. I'm like, girl, where do you get these from? Is this you like dyeing your actual hair? I doubt it. But it's just like, it's insane. Like you put a lot of effort into how you look, y'all. And you take pride in it. Like I said, time to tinker. It takes time to look this good, y'all. That's it. You know what I mean? You take pride in yourself. You like fall in love with yourself. And this is you looking in the mirror like, you look gorgeous today, darling. Before leaving the house. But Tinker is also giving like Tinkerbell, and she's a fairy, so you know she was a fairy. Boy, here we have dancing in the light. So you definitely want to be seen. I'm trying to be seen. It's 7 p.m. Pride, 95 degrees. I ain't got no, and no, ain't got me. I'm about to show my, cause love a freak. How the heck is that your man when he right here with me? What turned up with my, hey, turned up with my, hey, turned up at my show. It's definitely giving that. You turn the dial all the way up to like 10. Dancing in the light, you want to be seen. And that's it. You're showing yourself. This is funny. I like you guys. Okay. And then, ooh, we have two. We have clear space, clear mind, and say it out loud. So yeah, you're very loud with your looks and how you dress and how you express yourself. Okay. Very creative when it comes to makeup, looks, hair. And look what I was saying about colorful hair. We have the colorful hair with the green, and then she has purple, and it's so long and beautiful. Different hairstyles you experiment with as well, because she has these 2 buns. Well, you had her in front of you for a good minute, so we'll bring her back. Like she has her 2 buns and like this intricate things that are placed in her hair to make her look extra good. So very creative. Some of you can make your own like clothing and stuff like that. But you definitely know how to put an outfit together, y'all. You could have like prominent Libra, Leo, or Aquarius placements. They always give me like the fashionistas of the tarot. Ooh, not be cracking my bag, please. The clear space, clear mind. Interesting. How can we interpret that for how you, yeah, a very clean look, well thought out. So you thought out what you like, what you want. You bought things that surround that, that embody that, and you definitely work it every day. Okay, let's get into how men view you. So you definitely take your suit time. Some of you can be active, some of you can go to the gym, okay? Not all of you, because we only have a smidgen of a page of wands energy. It's giving more so accessories, clothes, colors, cloths, textures, prints, like it's giving all of that. So Leo is definitely coming through for sure for you guys, Leo. Aries can definitely be like a fashionista sign as well, but mostly Aquarius, Libra, and Leo for me. Because Leos definitely want to be seen. Aquarius thinks out of the box and wants to stand out and knows how to stand out in their own unique, specific way. So there's definitely something here about your looks that makes you stand out. And then Libra, just, you know, the aesthetically beautiful sign. Maybe Taurus is some of you as well, because Taurus is also ruled by Venus, and that's like, you know, just by association. You look good by association to Venus. Okay. But definitely you buy a lot of stuff. You have like a lot of clothes and things like that. Like I was saying, for some of you, you'd make your own clothes. You have like so many clothing swatches at home. You could like draw as well. But every outfit you make or wear is like your own, like, I guess, product. or creation. Okay, please swear, how do men view them? We have the Three of Wands. Yes, you'd be experimenting. Like very much out there energy. And look at how she has this like these flowers in her hair. And she has these like 3 different things like towards her mouth. It's giving me those like toothpicks you can put in your hair. Are they called toothpicks or like chopsticks or something? That could be your culture as well. You put chopsticks in your hair. I'm getting like Nicki Minaj's like Chun-Li look. Could definitely be a vibe. But it's very much like bold in your face and beautiful. So maybe a lot of you are like bold and beautiful. Wow, that card just flew out. We have the 10 of Swords. Interesting. You definitely do have an effect on men. You called it. You have an effect. I don't know if it's a good one or a bad one, but that's like an instant effect with the 10 of Swords, because we see all these swords taken out of her body, and it's kind of like maybe you stop them in their tracks, maybe they're very curious, maybe they're like appalled, they're surprised, like things like that. Like this girl is like so out there different. I'm shocked. I'm perplexed by what she's wearing and how she's, you know, styling herself. I'm also hearing glitter for you guys. We have the 7 of Coins, so this is also giving a lot of time. She looks beautiful. She looks glamorous, actually. Wow. And it's making me realize how much of the other women in the deck are not decked out the way she's decked out in makeup. Because I was looking very closely at this deck in group 1 for how men view them. And none of the girls were giving like full glam. She's giving full glam. Hair done, blow dried, curled, like done. So time and effort is placed into how you look for sure. The 7 of Coins. You invest in yourself. Right? Maybe some of you go to the gym or you have a membership or you do Pilates. You know, you guys are very much going to be those kind of girls. Like I said, some of you could have like a lifestyle, like brand, or you post lifestyle content, or you should. Because like I said, you have all the products. You're also kind of giving me, I can't remember her name right now, but there's a specific creator on social media who like cleans for a living. She's a black lady. She's like a bigger black lady. She has the biggest house, and she like makes content about cleaning. And even so, she like, before getting into a cleaning video, she's gonna wake up. And it's kind of funny because I think she's kind of who I was seeing in my mind's eye when I was like talking about you having like a 10-step skincare routine. Because I just watch her film her like day in the lives of what she does and what she's doing in her life right now. And she wakes up and takes off like, so she goes to sleep with a full mask every night, and then she kind of like tapes her mouth shut in some kind of way, and then she wakes up, takes off the tape in front of her mouth, pulls off the mask. Like, she pulls off so many freaking things that she's wearing to sleep. And I'm just like, girl, what is going on? And then she gets up, she washes her face, does her 10, 20 step skincare routine, and then just like has like, her house is full of stuff. So she's definitely a material girl. Her house is huge. Like, I'm like, girl. And this is all like just because she does like cleaning content. And I'm like, that's what she's known for, but also her lifestyle is like amazing. I'm like, okay, girl, let me get my life together real quick. Because please. Oh my goodness. But that's kind of what I'm getting here for sure. Glamorous is the energy coming through. I know you have the Queen of Wands. Are we surprised? Glamorous, exactly. They're kind of like, wow. They're stunned, speechless. You have the 5 of Coins. Some of you could be from group 1. I'm definitely like perplexed. I'm like, girl, a 20-step skincare routine? Where is that at? Like, even if I had all the time in the world, would I still want to do all that, you know? Okay, please for having men view my group 2's physical looks. We have the Temperance energy. Okay. And look at her. I'm being called to her hair. Beauty marks could be important for you. You could have beauty marks, moles, stuff like that. I'm hearing birthmarks, but nice lips. Your lips are coming through. The way she's like biting on this flower, her lips are standing out to me, and so are hers. And there's also this other creator on, I think I mentioned her a lot. I think her name's like 𝐓𝐈𝐌𝐄𝐒𝐄𝐬 or something like that. I don't know. She's like this dark haired, green eyed, like Grecian, like princess fairy, ethereal goddess kind of energy. And she's posting, I was watching a video of hers, I think yesterday, because I follow her, but TikTok don't be showing me everyone I follow all the time, so I have to go looking for them sometimes. And I was like scrolling through the people I follow, and she popped up. I'm like, oh my gosh, I haven't seen you in forever. She has the most beautiful family, like 4 boys. Like, can you imagine 4 boys? Like, 4 boys. She has a husband. I think she lives somewhere in like the tri-state area, because she goes to New York quite often, but I don't think she lives there, or maybe she does. Who knows? And this is who she's reminding me of. This lady right here reminds me of Bethany. And she's like this soft-spoken, very sweet. She kind of gives Girl Next Door, but she's like a stunning version of the Girl Next Door. She doesn't really do too much, but she like wears these big flowy dresses, and it's kind of like a goddess, princess, come to life energy. You know, her kids tell her all the time in her videos, "Mommy, you're so beautiful, and you look like a princess." Kind of energy. I'm like, oh, her boys are so sweet to her and love her. And that's what men want to do. They want to like look at you in awe and worship you kind of energy, because you're just so like ethereal and sweet and innocent looking, but in like a very beautifully stunning way, if that makes any kind of sense, child. I hope it does. Here we have the 7 of Swords. A 7, clarifying a 7. You're definitely giving like, I think her vibe is more like ethereal, cutesy, cottagecore, bohemian, like fairy tale-esque vibe. Like her whole life seems like a fairy tale, honestly. And that's the kind of energy you're coming through as. For these men out here, it's kind of like enchanting. Yeah, like a fairy. And I was saying that over here with the time to tinker. I'm like, was that you guys or group 2? Like, look at this. Who thinks of put this look together? Who would think that? And everything is color coordinated, beautiful. Okay, look at that. I was enchanted to meet you. Okay, I'm being distracted. Look at that. They get distracted, exactly. You have the 5 of Swords. Okay. Oh, the Empress, wow. Yeah, some of y'all could be from group 1. But anyway, the Empress is coming through, and then we have the 6 of Wands, Nike. And this is exactly her vibe. Look at this here. And the way she's dressing here, this is her vibe. Go look her up. Go look her up. That's who you guys are giving me. There's a few different people that I'm also seeing color me. Is her name like Color Me Courtney or something, where she like wears the most vibrant colors only? Her life is full of color, nothing drab, nothing. I've never seen her wear, like, I don't follow her either, so when I do see her, it's always like full-blown colors, bold colors, light colors, pastel colors, but it doesn't matter. She's always wearing color. It's never black and it's never white, and if she does, I've never seen it, okay? And then she has these big curls. She's always doing a full makeup routine as well. Just like very cutesy and colorful and bright is definitely the vibe coming through here for you guys, for how you view yourself and how people view you as well, and whatever energy you embody in that moment to become this ethereal. Like, look at the colors in this photo. Ethereal, beautiful, fairy tale, mythical character. Like, you're putting them under your spell, literally, with the Empress and these 2 on energies. Like, she looks like a butterfly, flowers, white, you know, draped. And look, her face is beat. I'm telling y'all. This card came out in group 1, but I was not focused on her beat face. It was everything else but her face is beat. So your face is the main attraction, is what I'm getting here for you guys. Because just the way your eyes, oh my God, your eyes, oh yes, your eyes are what men fought wars for, okay? Is it giving me, what's her name, like, was it Helen of Troy or something like that? Was she the one who held the men in the world fighting for her? Or was that Cleopatra? I don't remember. One of those women had like all the men fighting for her and wanting to be with her. It could be Helen of Troy. Like, you were the kind of face that wars were fought over, is what's coming through here. A lot of jewelry is coming through. Gold, you look really good in gold. But like vibrant colors is your thing. That's what they think of your looks. Like, wow, so creative. I never would have thought to dress like that, or I didn't even know that was a way to dress, is what I'm hearing, right? But the Empress and the 6 of Wands, you blow them out of the water. Gorgeous. You look like a insect or a fairy. That's what she looks like in this card here. Like, you're not of this world is kind of what I'm hearing. Okay. Anything else coming through? 7 of Swords. There could be something like very unassuming about your looks, is what I'm getting as well. Maybe you look like more natural than it's kind of giving me how someone takes like hours to make up their look and then they look like it's effortless, you know, is what's getting coming through here. And it's like a little bit deceiving, your looks, because it's kind of like a trap is kind of what I'm getting, but not like a negative way. It could be a negative way, depending on what the guy watching or, you know, having something to say. It's kind of like before you know it, you kind of lure them in with your honey and then you will sting them like a bee. You know what I mean? You know? Yeah, because bees have like this beautiful contrast in like yellow and black, and it's kind of like, you know, it's like giving, what is it called? Moth to a flame. Exactly. Like flies don't know that fires and lights can unalive them, right? Take them down. But even if they did know, they would still be drawn in. So it's kind of giving that. You know what I mean? That's what I was trying to get at. Yes, exactly. Even if they did know that they would be led to their doom, they're still following anyway, but they don't know. Because moths to a flame, when a moth touches a flame, it's going to die, right? Do you know? And it doesn't know that, but they just seem to be drawn to it, you know? So it's like giving like Venus flytrap energy, siren energy, where the men are led to their doom kind of, you know? Wow. But yeah, face card is like elite. I don't even know what to say. Like, it's not, I'm not getting anything about body, honestly. I'm getting all about the face card coming through here and the way you style yourself, you know? Eyes. Look at how she's looking at us. Her eyes like liquid gold. That could be a thing coming through as well. Gold is a big thing coming through. Like very flowery, light, innocent, sweet. Very big cottagecore energy coming through. Romantic core coming through here, you know? Colorful fairy, mermaid, things like that. Like even anime for some of you, I feel like, because they love that bright colored hair and their makeup and all that, and their bouncing boobs and all that good stuff, right? In those shows. And even if you are someone who's older, because we have an older energy coming through here with 𝐓𝐈𝐌𝐄𝐒𝐬, is that her name? Yeah, 𝐓𝐈𝐌𝐄𝐒𝐬. She has flowers in her hair. Yeah. I'm hearing, I saw her hair in the pride of the mirror. In catacombs. Long ago. What song is that? It's a song by 𝐓𝐈𝐌𝐄𝐒𝐬. Big beautiful hair is coming through as well. Like curls is what's coming through for y'all, because I'm thinking of calling me Courtney and how she has the beautiful curls as well. Like, yeah, it's the angelic kind of beauty. And angel, fairy, from a different realm, different world. Here it's just kind of giving like elven beauty as well. This lady here in this card, elven beauty, you know. And this lady is also kind of giving me what is it called? There's a couple or people, a house, not a house, oh my gosh, a family, there we go, on social media where, excuse me, she is like a mixed family, for example, not mixed like in race, but her father had her with her mother and then he got married again, and I think she has a baby. This new wife has a baby that's from this new wife and not her mother, right? So anyway, they post like farm content where the new stepmother is like this like beautiful, like, how can I even describe it? She has big beautiful curls, right? I think, I don't know if she's like white or Greek or something like that, but has beautiful curls. She's very beautiful, very pretty, but she knows a lot about flowers and making things that will help you if you're too tired, or if your skin is looking dull, or you know, help your hair grow faster or make your hair thicker. Or she has all these like very fantastic like remedies, like giving medicine woman energy is like how men are viewing you, you know, that kind of energy of the earth, salt of the earth kind of energy, you know, bohemian, neo soul kind of vibe as well for some of you. But it's just like you're enchanted to meet them. Like, are you sure you're not some like mystical being from a different universe kind of energy, or an elf or something like that? Is the vibe coming through. But she always knows what to use, drink, make, and she goes and finds it from their farm and picks it and then comes back in and makes a drink or a coffee or a mocktail for the girl and says, well, and like in doing so, she's like mothering everyone else, you know? So the girl will come to her and say, hey, so-and-so, whatever her name is, oh, I've been having the worst headaches lately. Like, is there anything you can like do to help? And then the stepmother would be like, yeah, of course. And she takes her little basket, runs out to the little garden, because they work on a farm, they live on a farm, and everything they could want and grow is on the farm. They go to the farm, she picks all the medicine, and then comes back inside, puts it all together, makes a drink, and then says, here, this will help with this and help with that. And she's teaching you along the way. So it's kind of like this being from another world coming and teaching you and helping you view the world, like helping you view the world in a different way. Kind of energy is coming through here. So it's like not about like looks and physical like body features, you know what I mean? It's giving like an energy you bring, you know? Even in just this card over here, the way this fairy is looking at them, like just like, you're in love with yourself and everyone is in love with you. I think the energy of you being so in love with yourself carries over into how you look. And people can know you love yourself, take care of yourself, because we kind of went over that already. You put time and energy and effort into how you look. You're very loud and vocal about how beautiful you are, you know? Interesting. Or you're loud about loving yourself. It doesn't have to be like in a very egoic kind of self-centered way, but it's just like, yeah, I know I'm cute. Yeah, I know I'm bad. You know you bad. What song is that with Beyonce? Middle fingers up, put your hands in the air. Clap it to the side, smack it in the air. Is that like 7-Eleven or something? But yeah, definitely giving that as well. I don't know. I'm just like, you could have nice arms, nice hands, nice lips, eyes kept coming through as well. Hair kept coming through. It's curly, it's like a lot of body, beautiful. But yeah, I'm not getting anything like physically that's standing out here for me. That's like your body, you know, not your face is coming through, of course. Your eyes, everything on your face. It's definitely getting like angelic, but your eyes are like really just like, wow. You're staring into their soul. And all these cards, literally, she's staring into their soul. You would have a nice neck, a nice chest. Okay, snatched waist, good bone structure could be coming through as well. That's not for everyone, because only in this card is like even like striking. You can be a model. People like say, oh, do you model? You could look like you can model. Kind of energy. Here we have Renaissance. Yeah, your creativity and how you kind of show your creativity and how you dress is definitely a big thing coming through for how men view you physically. And then here we have past is present. This also came through in group 1. So you look young for your age is also coming through as well. You could look like a baby or have like a baby face. Look like a baby is wild. Baby face, we'll leave it at that. Long curly hair, bangs could be coming through as well. Darker hair is coming through too. You have a red hint, a red tinge, auburn. You have adaptation. Look at that. A melanated queen, yes. Her long curly hair. Your legs can be important, like your calves, your arms. Her eyes and her smile was what drew me in though. And her hair as well. So your hair can definitely give a mermaid. It's always long, it's always curly, it's always like, I'm getting like goddess locks for some of you, goddess braids, knotless, boho, stuff like that. Boho locks, boho braids, you know? It's like French curl braids as well, where like you leave a little bit of hair out and make it curl. That's coming through too. We have a sacred goddess, that's exactly what you give. And we have the empress coming through over here. So it's kind of like, wow, they're like in awe, I feel like. And then we have hidden treasure. Treasure, that is what you are. Ooh, your neck is coming through more now that I'm like chilling, relaxing. So I feel like when they first meet you, they're not even looking at your body. It's like your face that entrances them, so they don't really have any time to go look anywhere else. Because I'm telling you right now in this reading, for group 1, I was giving a bunch of different physical features. For you, it's like just your face. They see you, they're drawn into your eyes, and they forget the rest of the world. And of course, when they're looking at your face, they'll see your hair. Your hair will register if it's long or in your face or in your eyes, or that's something they're seeing. You know what I mean? Your lips are also on your face. That's something they're seeing right away, but they're not really looking beyond that. Maybe after, but like, it's just the face card is like, I don't know, a different kind of elite is what I'm hearing. I love how we have the black curly hair coming through. Then we have the black fro coming through as well. That's beautiful, very thick hair is more than anything else, very dense and thick. Long could be a thing. And look, we have black or dark brown and red coming through. So that could be a thing. You could look really good in red. That's how they're viewing your looks. But it's definitely giving like angelic. Like I said, all those ethereal creatures coming through. Elves, fairies, mermaids, things like that. But we have the 5 of coins and we have the 5 of swords. They can have a hard time communicating with you. Like, it's kind of like when they look at you, they're kind of struck dumb. So that could be a thing coming through as well. How they're viewing your looks, like, I don't even know what to say. Like I said, awestruck, lost for words. 7 of swords. I'm still trying to figure out what does that even mean. I should get a clarifier for that, right? Why is the 7 of swords here? It's clarifying the 7 of pentacles. So it's like I said, I think I already went over that as well. Like you just put yourself together so effortlessly. You look like you didn't really do much, but you did, or either you didn't. Like, you know, I was kind of saying that, right? Where you're like kind of not catfishing them, but it's like, oh my gosh, you put so much time and effort into this energy. Maybe it is giving catfish as well. Maybe they tend to think you're a catfish and you're not real. That would make a lot of sense. At the bottom, we have the 4 of swords. You have like a very serene, calming beauty as well. If you're a guy, you have that as well. A full beard is coming through and like very coiffed, thick, full hair as well. Your chest, your pecs are coming through. Your hands as well. And your forearms. And also your lips. And then some of you could have like that little thing, that indent in between your thighs. Not thighs. Ooh, look at me getting dirty. Your thighs could be a thing coming through as well, but I meant your eyes. You have this indent in between your eyes, for like when you worry. The notch between your eyebrows. Between your thighs is insane. I'm hearing this paradise is heaven. Ooh, please. That's not what we're trying to get into. Okay. I'm gonna leave. I don't even want to leave the energy. You see how I'm trying to stall? I'm like, your skin's coming through as well. Your skin, it glows, I think. Or shines. Within treasure, yeah, something about you shine, gold, looking rich could be a thing as well, or the things you wear always look shiny, or you look shiny, you know. Anyway, especially with that full skin care routine you do, you better look shiny. Shoot, or maybe you don't do a skin. I feel like you do. So you're like, I know I put all this work into how I look. I love how I look, getting creative with what I do, how I present myself. And men are like, humana, that SpongeBob episode. With the Empress, it makes sense. They're struck dumb. And then she's holding her heart, which is golden. So you have a golden heart as well. So that kind of shines into how you look, you know? Anyway, I'm gonna stop here. I hope this reading resonated. If it did, feel free to like, comment, subscribe, join the tribe. We'd love to have you. Hype the video if you can. If you would ever want to book a personal reading, you could always do so using my email in the description box below. If you want to join my memberships, you could also do that using the link in the description box below, right above the timestamps. But as always, I hope you're having a beautiful, wonderful day whenever you're watching. And as always, I will see you gorgeous people in the next one. Bye. Hello, my gorgeous group 3s. Welcome to your reading. Thank you for joining me here today. Today, we're going to be getting into how do you view your looks and your beauty versus how men view your looks and your beauty, okay? I don't know why I'm using beauty. I didn't say that for group 1 or 2, so maybe you're already coming through as beautiful. Who knows? Let's get right into the energy, please, Spirit. For my group 1s, how do they view their physical looks and beauty? I keep wanting to say that, so you think you're beautiful. Love that. I'm hearing that's what makes you beautiful. Maybe the fact that you don't know that you're beautiful makes you beautiful. That's the whole gist of the song, right? From One Direction. The fact that you don't know that you're beautiful makes you beautiful. Very cheesy. You have the Queen of Wands. Wow. And the Queen of Pentacles. Wow. And the Ace of Wands and the 7 of Wands. Oh, wow. This is very interesting right off the bat. How do you view yourself? Very mature, very sexy with Queen of Wands right off the bat. Okay, can you get a clarifier for the Queen of Wands? Or just give me more cards, honestly. How do you view yourself? Stunning, darling, stunning. I think there's an energy here of like very spunky, very outgoing, very fierce, very fiery, very sexy. We have the 6 of Cups. Why can't you see it all? Camera's cutting me off. 6 of Cups. Wow, we have the Sun. Okay, dazzling. Knight And then the King of Pentacles. Okay. And then we're going to get some cards from here. How do you view your beauty? Very down to earth, but also very fiery. Very passionate, very sexy. We have clear space, clean mind. We have desire. Okay, we have king. Oh, lighting your path and clear space and clear mind. Wow. Okay, so you know you're attractive. You know you're very desirable. The Queen of Wands is someone who's lusted after. The Queen of Pentacles is someone who's respected. So there's like a big dichotomy of that, where you could have experiences where people like just view you as like an object to lust after. But then the more they get to know you, the more they realize that you are also someone who's very smart, very intelligent, very down to earth. Like maybe you give off, like you think people think that you're stuck up and mean and snotty and snooty, right? But you're really someone who's like very nice. But the more they get to know you, the more they realize that, right? There's something here about liking to dress very well with the King of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles here. The Ace of Wands is someone like very sexy, so you have to show off your body is what's coming through as well. The Six of Cups can definitely be, there's like a little bit of like a cutesy, childlike, innocent energy to how you look. So maybe you look young for your age. That keeps coming through for all three groups, honestly. So that's like, you know, maybe somebody's watching all three groups and that's like for them. The Queen of Wands like black hat energy, stay away from me, leave me alone, standoffish. Queen of Pentacles is like a more cutesy, cherubic energy with the bunny coming through. So maybe you guys are giving like doe, bunny, fox, like you have like an animalistic, you know, allure to you is the kind of vibe. So maybe you resonate with one of those animals. You have doe eyes, you have fox eyes, okay, you have bunny eyes, right? Because those three archetypes that a lot of people love to place like women in to categorize their beauty. Like you're a bunny beauty or a doe beauty or a fox beauty, right? And they're all like giving cutesy animals. So cute, you're cute, okay? But in like a very, I don't know, feline-esque kind of way as well. There's cat eyes and things like that. You could have like a very round face. The Six of Cups immediately gives me an energy of maybe somebody's watching group 2 and group 3, you know, because it's giving like very cherubic, like I said, very innocent, very cutesy vibes, but then there's also a sexiness to you. So maybe you, knowing you the best, know that you have like a very fierce and sexy and intense beauty to you. But then there's also like very down to earth nature. Like I was saying, people could find you very intimidating when they first meet you. I'm hearing Aries rising, but the more they get to know you, the more they realize that you are just someone who is very sweet and down to earth, you know? You love luxurious things. You like to dress good. Like I said, smell good is what I'm getting. This is the first time I'm getting smelling good coming through. And that does also appear in your looks. When you meet somebody for the first time, you're seeing them if they're smelling good too. That definitely adds to it. You could definitely look like someone who like, you dress like rich or luxurious, right? Kind of high maintenance vibe coming through for you guys. The Ace of Wands, like, wow, you get attention stirring. So you get a lot of attention, you know, from the opposite sex or the same sex, depending on what you love. Depending on what you love. We have the Seven of Wands, so there's like an intimidation factor to it, you know. Yeah, I'm getting like people assume that you're a mean girl, but you're really not. It's the vibe coming through as well. And then we have desire. So there's something here about you being like very physically attractive. Oh my goodness. And you're used to being just like desired. You have the King, and then we have King of Pentacles coming through here, okay? Interesting. Some of you can have like a very like strong head or forehead or something. Eyebrows coming through as well. Taurus rules the throat. So you can have like a really sexy throat, or your lips, you know, mouth. You have nice teeth as well. Because the Queen of Pentacles is Capricorn energy, and Capricorn rules the like skeleton. So good posture could definitely be a thing coming through as well. Seven of Wands, I don't know, there's something here about like, I think like active vibes when I think of Seven of Wands. Like someone's like very active, can defend themselves, maybe have like a little bit of like a muscly or like wide shoulder kind of stature. Like it's given like a little bit like broad or statuesque could be a thing as well. So for my women, you could definitely be someone's like, you know, you take up a lot of space, right? It doesn't have to be you're bigger, it could be, but you take up a lot of space as a Seven of Wands here, you know? Whenever you come around, people are kind of like at attention, you know what I mean? So hyper aware could definitely be a thing, or hyper vigilant, both is what I just heard, okay? But yeah, Six of Cups and the Sun, childlike, cutesy, cherubic, chunky cheeks kind of energy. Queen of Wands, Queen of Pentacles, King of Pentacles, and the Nine of Pentacles. Someone who puts a lot of energy into how they look. You take pride in your physical appearance, right? But you're giving me like more so conservative, and I would say group 2, if you are coming from group 2. So maybe that's why you felt called to come to here, because it wasn't really giving group 2. But it's kind of like a, how can I describe it? Like a teacher, librarian kind of sexiness to you guys. And those are like highly fetishized, like people or things, right? Concepts. Like, you know, I'm hearing everybody scream when I kiss the teacher. So it's definitely giving that. And they must have thought they dreamed when I kissed the teacher. You know, that's what I'm getting. And then librarians, people lust after them as well, right? Sun is Leo energy, so you definitely stand out. That's for sure. And you know that. I'm hearing, and I know this. Like, you know this. You could be short. It's kind of what I'm getting as well, like a short king or queen. But if you're a guy coming through, you have like big, you know, big D energy coming through. If you're a woman, you could also have big D energy. You can take up space with the Leo card coming through here as well. People kind of like brighten up whenever they see you. There's something here about your face. It's very open and warm and inviting. Sometimes it could be not so inviting, because Pentacles energy is always giving people who are like very grounded, very simple, very set in their ways. They have like a few expensive pieces in their wardrobe. They wear expensive bags, like expensive makeup, expensive lotions, perfumes, kind of energy. You just carry that air of expensiveness to you. That's how you view yourself. Knight of Pentacles. You take your time. You could talk very slow, walk very slow. Lighting your path, I don't know, like it's just giving, I don't know, temptation. Look at how she's looking at them, like your thigh and hands and calves and neck and smile is coming through here. Your ears are also coming through as well. Those could be like important. There's something here about accessories, and even at this card here, like the light is shining that on her, so it's like very much of a main character energy. Wherever you go, you call attention to you. It's the kind of energy. Your looks just draw attention. You can't help it. You can't, you know, you don't want to help is what I just heard. That's funny. I never realized that the light is like shining directly on her, and I've gotten this card so many times, so I'm seeing her in a different light. You know what I mean? That's coming through. But like the stars are around her, there's like a glow to her. And then we have like these mushrooms and stuff in the back. So maybe some of you are giving like group 2 was coming through like cottagecore energy, like cutesy, innocent, fresh. I'm hearing bright-eyed, bushy-tailed. So you guys are definitely giving me younger energy, very vibrant, very youthful. That's like your appeal. But you also have this dichotomy where you're also someone who's very mature and benevolent and kind and nice and approachable. Is also a vibe coming through as well with the King of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles and the Sun and the Six of Cups. Like a very approachable, cutesy energy to you. That's how you think you look. Like sexy but innocent. You know what I mean? Okay. And then we have desire. You're very desired. And look at how people are like opening up their mouth like in shock. So there can be like I was saying in group 2 where sometimes you put things on and sometimes you just walk outside looking anyhow, right? And then sometimes when you do like try, it's just like, oh, look at them. So you have moments just like going to the store and looking regular, and then you have moments of like, you know, really trying to look good. Accessories, a lot of that is coming through. Flowers, tassels. You look like royalty is the energy coming through. You think you look like royalty. And then you have a clear space and clear mind. So like very much, like I said, well put together, clean lines. You're not really doing too much physically. How can I even describe that? Like you're not, like this is like gonna be natural beauty, not too much makeup. Group 2 was giving me to have like a 20-step skincare routine just to look well put together. You guys are giving, you don't need that. Maybe you have like a 2-step skincare routine. Like I was mentioning, I have like my face wash and then I put on moisturizer and I'm done for the day. Maybe a sunscreen because you give like a responsible, clean, vibe. You know, you're giving like the like I'm giving like a big Virgo because it makes a lot of sense because we have a lot of earth signs coming through, but you're giving like big Virgo energy. We're like clean skincare and clean makeup, and the makeup looks like you're not wearing makeup, and a lot of times you could be wearing makeup. People don't know. They think it's just your skin, you know. Like I'm hearing your skin but better. kind of energy, and people would never know, or maybe it is your skin. They're kind of like, oh my gosh, how do you not need makeup? You know, it's the kind of vibe coming through here for you guys. It's like, I don't know, like you have like this force, this power, this magnetic energy. I'm hearing this magnitude, this life force could be a thing coming through as well. You always look like you're full of life. You know what I mean? With the Sun card coming through here and the kid on it, and the Six of Cups with the kids. Kids have lots of energy and they have lots of youth. So you always get, you look young for your age. You always get younger than you actually look. Like that's coming through very strong in this group. I've said it for every group. And it could be true for them. They do things to make themselves look younger. You just don't gotta do anything. With all these cards coming through, you just wake up and look fresh. You don't gotta put on makeup or you don't gotta do anything. You just get up and look fresh and dewy and beautiful and put together. You know what I mean? You like to wear a lot of blacks and like nudes, neutrals is what I'm hearing as well. Maybe some of you look a little chubby. It's kind of what I'm getting as well. Or curvaceous, very curvy with her coming through like wow, boom. For my men, you're very tall, very intimidating. Like I said, very jacked. Like there's something here about like broad shoulders, and maybe you could have broad shoulders. There's a lot of women who have broad shoulders as well. Broad shoulders. I'm hearing soft and supple. Oh, please. Cushiony. Cushion for the pushing. I'm calling the police. Don't piss me off. Yeah, I'm getting tall energy here. You could have a tall energy for my men. Or if you're a woman, I'm getting short for you guys. Don't piss me off, okay? I'm getting short for my women and tall for the men, okay? Or you could be, some of y'all are short, some of y'all are tall. I'm getting an Amazon. Wow. Yes, and it wasn't that like a tribe of like warrior women who were like very sexy and beautiful, but they were like fighters. You know what I mean? And you would have to be like, you know, strong and broad and whatever to be able to fight and defend yourself. Exactly, that's coming through. And you're like lusted and desired after, but it's not something you like want or try to call to yourself, but it's just, you know, you could get a lot of compliments, which is why you know this about yourself. Because I'm like, you feel yourself in like a very high light, which I love, honestly. But I'm like, how would you know all these things unless you get compliments that you smell good, and you look good, and you like look like you're wearing makeup, or you don't look like you're wearing makeup. You know what I mean? You have a high self-view, whether it's because you've cultivated it yourself or people are always complimenting you, so you just know you look good, child. You know what I mean? Like the King of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles is like giving me something like very humble. So not try to say you're not humble, but it's like people are always complimenting you because you could look so humble and you don't try to shine and take the light or spotlight, which is why you do. You know what I mean? But you're definitely like very natural, cottagecore, Grecian goddess kind of energy. You know, the way she's wearing this white dress, and you just see like a little slip of a thigh. Garters could be important. Bracelets are coming through. Chains, gold, like adornments is what I'm hearing. Pearls is coming through as well. You like to incorporate like a little dashes of color. I don't know if it's like a lip color or an eyeshadow color, so everything else is like very neutral, and then your eyes like just dramatic color. That could be a thing as well. Contrast, where you have like very fair skin, dark hair, dark skin, fair hair, dark skin, light eyes, you know, light skin, dark eyes. That's the kind of thing coming through here. Contrast. So basically, yeah, you're full of self-worth. You have like a high opinion of yourself and what you bring to the table. You give like very strong, secure, rich. Okay, you got your life together. I'm getting name brand a lot, like name brand. Like I said, you like are very natural. Even if you do wear makeup, it looks like you're not wearing makeup. But yeah, strong moral standing, moral compass is kind of what you look like. You hold, you know, yourself accountable for certain things. With these pentacles here, you definitely have like a high opinion of yourself, okay? And I love that, because period. And yeah, this clear space and clear mind keeps giving me clean. Clean, royal, natural, and you're just desirable. You love yourself. This energy is like strong, okay? Like I'm hearing the force is strong with this one. You have like a magnetism to you where it's just like this person is just worth $1 million. And we know this. And because of that, you could like receive a lot of like offers if people want to date you, or maybe you're like the hot commodity around town. because it's kind of giving me, the best way I can describe it, it is an energy, but it's also an attitude as well, because I'm remembering how a lot of times when I'm watching like Anwar White videos, I know y'all probably sick of me bringing him up, but he just taught me a lot in the last like 2 years about dating and like just self-worth in general, you know, healing before dating and stuff like that. But basically he's kind of like, women of color, black women, brown women, whatever, always start off dating with a disadvantage, because we tend to come from families who are very anti-men and dating until you're grown. And then they're very quick to flip the switch and say, when you're getting married and when you're going to give me my grandbabies, when you raised me half of my life telling me I can't date, don't talk to them boys, you're too fast, stay out of them streets and in them books. And it's kind of like, white women, okay, if you're white and you can probably, you know, well, some of y'all anyway, because not everybody's the same, but basically majority of the white population kind of get their kids dating early. So the kids, first of all, know their worth and they know how to date. And, you know, so when they are getting in the big leagues, right, they start in the minor leagues. Is that what it's called, the minor leagues in baseball? They start off in the minor leagues or the kiddie leagues, right? Where you're dating, like you're in first grade and you're going out on dates and the guys are, you know, coming to your house to pick you up and your parents are taking you out on these dates to the movies or whatever. And they're kind of like chaperone dates. So the people who did that, whether it doesn't matter your skin color, we're just going off an example now because people get, you know, irritated over skin color and all this kind of stuff, race and things like that, because it may not be true or may be true for them. But basically, people who were brought up knowing their worth, knowing how to date, knowing how to act around men and how to accept certain things and what not to accept, they have a high self like outlook and a view of themselves, you know, versus the people who are like belittled and ridiculed and told you can't date and stay away from those men and, oh, like I said already, you're too fast and, you know, keep your head in those books. But then as soon as you're like 18 years old or like of age, 25 and up, all of a sudden they're toting a new tune. Oh, when you give me those grandbabies, when are you gonna get married? You didn't raise me to be able to date for marriage, and me starting at like 18, 19, 20, I'm starting off late when all these other girls were starting off at, you know, 5, 6, 7. They would have Valentines and go on dates and, you know, it wasn't anything serious, but they have experience with dating. As opposed to the girls who are, you know, kept sheltered in the house, and anytime they would talk, even look at them, where their parents like slap them up or cuss them out or say, oh, you're too this and you're too that. And you want me to start dating fresh from 18, knowing what to do, when you didn't raise me up to be this way. So I kind of feel like you are someone who could have been raised up that way. You're coming off as someone who knows what they want. You have high standards. You're not putting up any BS. And the way you treat yourself is the way you expect others to treat you. So you're not like settling for the bare minimum. Is basically what's coming through here for you guys, right? You're not settling for the bare minimum. You're very much like boundaried up, stay away from me, and you give that vibe like high maintenance, stush, you know, whatever the word may be, whatever you want to call it, is very much giving that in the looks. You could have your nose in the air like, oh, I'm too good for all of you here. And that's the vibe you need to carry around in life, because that's the vibe that's going to get you high value people. You're the king and the freaking queen of pentacles. What do you mean? Like, if you're not sitting on a throne, what are you doing? Like, if you're not giving me $1,000 or spending $1,000 on this first date, what are you doing? If you're not opening my door, what are you doing? If you're not buying me flowers, what are you doing? If you're not being intentional, what are we doing? If we're not going on trips, what are we doing? Like, if you're not like paying for the bills and, you know, having treated me right, what are you doing? And the thing about it is, I don't need you, but I want you, is the vibe coming through here. I have my own money and I can take care of my own self, but it would be nice if you were to, you know, at least offer it up. Like, I got the funds to do it myself. Knight of Pentacles, King of Pentacles, and Queen of Pentacles. Like, I can pay for everything if I wanted to, so what are you here for? Like, I don't need you, I want you, is the kind of vibe coming through here. So your self-worth is so high and through the roof that when people see you, they can see that energy in you. They know you're not going to accept bare minimum. They know you're not going to have anybody playing your face. They know you only expect the best for yourself, and you can already give it to yourself because you are giving it to yourself. And if anybody were to come and talk to you, you would expect the best as well. That's the energy coming through here. You know, that's how to best explain it. You're not someone like, you know, I don't really know how to date, or I don't know how to, you know, demand the best for myself. I don't know. I'm not, you know, like, I can't even explain it properly. Like, I feel like I'm like shaking now because it's just cold in the office. Like, it's hot outside, but it's cold in here. But that's the kind of energy coming through here. Like, I know what I'm worth. Okay. And that's what we're going to leave it at. And now we're going to move on to what the men view you as. But the king only expects the best. The light in your path is a spotlight on you. So there's something about you that just makes you glow, that just gives rich, vibrant, beautiful, youthful, you know, That's the energy coming through. Bright-eyed, bushy tail, I said it earlier already. And that makes you immediately desirable. Because people who look like they have money and dress that they have money, do makeup like they have money, you know, look high value, immediately are desirable. There's something about, like I said, you have a small waist, and there's something here about your hips and your thighs. You can have a nice booty as well, but the chest is not really prominent. It's the hips and the thighs coming through. That's like very beautiful. Yeah, like I said, I didn't say it for you guys actually. For group 2, I think I was getting something here about when to get you pregnant. It's giving you have childbearing hips, okay? And men are just like, yeah, like genetically or biologically, they're like, oh, I know she would be able to carry my baby well. Because women with wide hips are like, were known, that was an indicator that they would be able to bear a lot of children for you. So men are inherently like, oh yeah, I can get that person pregnant and have a bunch of kids with them, not because they only have the money for it, but because they have the physical and the genetic makeup for it. That's just something I've heard. It could be true, it could be false. I'm pretty sure it's true because I remember facts quite easily, you know? So yeah, that's me boasting. I remember facts quite easily, you know? And if it's coming up in a reading, I'm pretty sure like I can trust that it's true. I trust myself, and so do you. You trust yourself, you love yourself, you respect yourself, you honor yourself, and that is coming through very strongly here. And you have like a very strong moral and standing, and you know, that's what the Pentacles always give me. I'm not putting up with BS. I know what I'm worth and all that good stuff, okay? I keep repeating myself, but the message is quite clear. You're not letting any dusties through with that 7 of Wands. Your boundaries are quite firm. You pour so much into yourself. Like there's no room for error or tomfoolery. So please, Spirit, for my group 3s, the men, what do men look at them as? We have the 2 of Cups, exactly. Perfectly desirable relationship material, wifey material, okay? Very serious. You guys have like a more serious air to you as well, or like no nonsense. You have the 8 of Swords. Yeah, you definitely stress them out. You make them insecure. So your looks make men insecure. How you carry yourself, how you feel about yourself. And I mean, are we surprised? They're kind of like, I don't feel like I'm deserving. We have the 2 of Swords. Yeah, so a lot of men like teeter-totter on the should I talk to them or should I not? That's definitely coming through. The cards are flying out. We have 9 of Coins, high value, okay? Respectable. People respect you. Like I said, there's an air of like maybe older or mature energy here because I do think you look quite young. Like I'm getting baby face hardcore here. Maybe some of you are, could be unassuming where people are just like, oh, this person's like, you know, just so nice and the good girl, and the good girl tends to get overlooked for the bad girl or the one who's always, you know, cussing men out or acting out, you know what I mean? Or like this vixie and like overtly sexy and, you know, showing skin, which is nothing wrong with that, but men tend to, you know, gravitate more towards that because they seem, oh, that woman, I can probably get them faster, you know what I mean? Because we're looking for the same things, or I'm more sexually attracted to them. You guys, there's an energy you carry that makes you very desirable. You're also quite beautiful, right? Okay. But the standards and the boundaries that they would have to overcome is quite high. So it's definitely giving out of my league, girl. You're coming through as that, okay? Or person, man, okay? It's very much giving that. You're coming off as disinterested because they're just coming in with this measly little Ace of Pentacles, and I already have 9. You know what I mean? What do I want with your measly pentacle? Look at all the options this person's being offered here. 1 pentacle from 1 suitor. So people are like, oh my gosh, she has so many options. What would she want with me? Is a vibe that men tend to take on when they like look at you physically. Okay, we're very rich. We have King of Wands. Yeah, very assertive. Maybe you are someone who's like very much like you speak your truth. You speak your mind. You say what you want. And that comes through in how you like dress, you know? You're kind of giving me like rich people, you know, how they dress in like all these big fancy name brands, and they love to get their hair done with the most, you know, expensive makeup and expensive jewelry and expensive shoe. They're decked out in name brand with the purse and the dog to match. You know what I mean? And this person's like, first of all, I can't even afford you now. Because funnily enough, in this 9 of Pentacles, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Pentacles being given to the guy, and he's not even looking at them because 5 of Pentacles is poor. It's very poor of you. Yo, there's this funny tarot reader that I love to watch on TikTok. His name is King T. And he's like, that's very poor of you. He loves to say that. And I just laugh every single time. because he is quite a character. But he really does, he's a perfect example because he just likes to speak like very, you know, proper and posh. I feel like, in my opinion, as someone who was always told they spoke white when I was growing up, it was so freaking annoying. I would really cuss people out whenever they would say that because it would irk me. I'm like, because I speak proper and I'm not cussing and using slang, I'm trying to be white. Okay, go off, king. But that could be definitely a vibe you're bringing as well. If you're someone of color, you could always get accused of that. Oh, you're trying to be white. Okay, please. But he's like, he likes to do like readings in his like, it's like Fendi or Prada robe. And you're just giving that. He calls himself King T. Like, what else do you need, like, to know? That just clicked. Yeah, King T. And he loves to wear, I think it's Fendi or Prada. It's the one that's like black and gold, and it has like engravings or indentations in it. Like, I'm not a name brand girly, so I wouldn't even know like what that is, but I think it's like Prada or like Fendi, one of them. I've seen a lot of people wear it, you know? But it's like black and gold. He loves to do readings in it, and he calls himself King T. He's like, it's a very polar view. I love him so much. I love him. But that's the kind of energy coming through here. Like, you're like just looking down on them like, that's very poor of you. And they're like, oh, you know, you make them cower. You're very intimidating. But I'm like, oh, I want to jump their bones. But oh, they, like, I'm not good enough for them energy. You have the King of Wands. Yeah, because you have like this imposing, I know who I am and what I'm going for and what I want. Like, I feel like if you're a feminine, you're gonna look very masculine in a way of, I buy what I want. I don't need you to buy anything for me. Like, so men are like, what can I even do for you? You can do everything for yourself. I take myself out on dates. I take myself out on vacations. You know, I pamper myself. You know, I pleasure myself. Like, you know what I mean? I go after what I want. I'm so successful kind of energy, right? That's the vibe coming through. You look successful. Maybe you wear like a lot of dresses or suits. Heels is definitely a vibe coming through here. Not a hair out of place. Hair always perfectly done. Like, everything's well put together, you know, color coded, coordinated, all name brand is the vibe coming through here. Like, office chic is the kind of energy, boss girl, boss woman in the office, you know, where you got to get your look emperor. What was I saying? Absolutely. This could be a power. A lot of men are choosing it. But I am getting like a feminine energy because we have the Queen of Wands, and over here we have the King of Wands. So you see yourself as very feminine and beautiful, but men are seeing you as a little bit more scary, more masculine. Like, it's like a hurdle to overcome. Like, oh, this girl, like I said already, does everything for herself. What am I going to be able to offer her that she can already get herself? So that's how you look. Okay, Emperor, always in control. And this man is literally dripped in gold. Like, it looks like he's dipped in gold. So yeah, you give like very elegant, very rich, very put together. Love this. No matter what age you give off, you have the Queen of Cups. Yes, that's that good girl energy coming through here. She came from good stock. She come from a good family. They raised her right. And you know, people have a look to them. So I'm not really getting into the physicality of it all yet because it's not really coming through. But the energy, the vibe of what you could look like is more so coming through. We all know those girls who grew up rich, the guys who grew up rich, the people who walk around those Chanel tweed and, you know, the suits or the pantsuits and the, you know, those people. We've seen the shows. That's what you look like to these men out here. You know what I mean? I'm taking a cut above the rest. And here we have the Three of Cups. You look like you enjoy life. I love how these two are coming out, clarifying each other. Let's move this over. And look at how we have the sun is shining very brightly for your reading. It wasn't really out for group 1 or 2. So like, that's what I was saying. You guys have the sun for how you view yourself. So you're like very magnetic. People can't help but stop and stare is the kind of vibe, you know, especially if you are giving rich and dressing in, like, it doesn't even have to be name brand, but it's giving, that's how you present to people. You know what I mean? Anyway, I love how we have the Nine of Pentacles and the Three of Cups, because it's giving someone who likes, enjoys their time, enjoys themselves, enjoys life, you know? So you look like, oh, you could always be smiling or happy. You look replete. You look satisfied, you know, that kind of thing. Self-sufficient. You're always going on a trip. You don't need anybody. You're very decisive. Like, there's like a quietness to you. I'm hearing your confidence is quiet, and to them, quiet looks like weakness. But in their narrow minds, there is no room for anyone who dares to be something different, is what's coming through as well. So listen for a minute. Trust the one who's been where you are, wishing all it was sticks and stones. Their words cut deep, but they don't mean you're all alone, and you're not invisible. Maybe you think you're invisible, and you're really not to these men. Hear me out. There's so much more to life than what we think about. But you're not invisible. Maybe you try to hide yourself, but I don't think you do. Maybe when it comes to men, you do, or they think you do, try to hide from them. You don't want to be seen. Could be a thing as well. I'm not getting like an ounce of insecurity coming through here, but there could be an energy of I don't want you, stay away from me. Like, you know what I mean? Whew, like you're getting like princess energy, princess, queen, king vibe. Because the Queen of Cups always gives me that, like a princess who's soft, who has everyone catering to her, or these men want to cater to you, give to you, provide for you. You know what I mean? Yeah, because now this girl here, this card, she is making me think of, she reminds me of Leah from season 6 of Love is Blind. And she always gave me someone who knew who she was and what her worth was. And that's why she got the baddest boy on the show, Miguel. That man is big, buffed, and treats like a princess, child. And I think it's because she grew up in like Calabasas or something. She grew up where the Kardashians grew up, I think. So she grew up with some money to her name, or her family raised her right. And I feel like when you are raised in those kinds of households where you would know your worth and everyone kind of like defers to you or bows down to you or whatever, it's just you can't help but think you're better than everyone. But it's not even in a you think you're better than everyone. It's just like I can't, like, I don't want to keep saying it and digging myself into a deeper hole. I don't think you think you're better than everyone else, but men could definitely think that based on your looks. Because we have this Eight of Swords, and Medusa is known for being this evil witch who turns people to stone. So that could definitely be a vibe as well. They're kind of like, oh, you won't even look at me, or they don't even want to look at you. They don't even meet your eyes, because like you could give them a stare down with the Emperor card coming through here. Yeah, they're scared because you got this Emperor energy. You give off Zeus. Like, don't look too close before I, zap you down. Before I knock you down a few pegs, the man. Like, exactly. Y'all are giving me life, honestly. You have like very darker features. I'm not really getting like a contrast. I'm getting like dark hair, dark eyes, dark. You could like wear dark lip. A dark red lip could be coming through. I'm hearing a coral lip, a peach lip. You look really good in red. Those are things you could definitely wear. The gold, the red, and the green is like prominent, and the purple is prominent in this side over here. So that could definitely be something that you tend to gravitate towards. Those like darker, richer colors. It's giving me like fall. I think if you were like a season or anything, you would probably be fall or winter. Those be the colors you gravitate towards. But it's kind of like how also Leah in season 7 of Love Island was the most popular, the breakout one from the season. She came out of the villa with the most followers, and I didn't really care for her in the show, honestly, because she gave me stuck up and thought she was better than everyone. I don't think that she was the most beautiful to me in that season. But to everyone else, she definitely was the, like, I guess, breakout star, and left the villa with like 1,000 followers. Not 1,000, that would be OD. That would be ridiculous. Like 2 million followers. She came out of the villa with like 2 million followers of her season. Cause I think also a few other people came out with 2 million, But it's definitely giving that. Like, she's also a Leo as well, so it makes a lot of sense why people tend to gravitate towards her and love that she loves herself. You know what I mean? And then she was also really mean sometimes, or blunt to, not Miguel, excuse my French, really blunt to the men. I think it was like Rob in the season. Like, she was like, go cry about it or something. And I love that. I love that. Because yes, make these men cry. I'm sorry. But yeah, I loved her for that, definitely. You know what I mean? But the whole drama between her and Rob and Andrea, it was just ghetto in that season, honestly. But the way she would make Rob cry and just like really like not have any consideration for his feelings, because she knew what she was worth and he wasn't treating her to what her, like, the standard she held herself to. So she was like cussing him out, getting real crazy with him in the makeup room with the girls and like all the kind of stuff. And I think when he heard the things she said about him or whatever, he was upset, talking about, oh, you're being mean. Okay, boy, bye, you're playing in her face though. Don't piss me off, right? So yeah, you make men cry is the look you have to you, okay? Physically, long dark hair, you have nice lips, so you have like a really cute nose, like you're giving like a button nose, okay? You look like a rabbit, a doe, or a fox. One of those are coming through for you guys, okay? So you're gonna resonate with one of those. Cause yeah, these are giving me like more fox eyes, cat eyes. She's giving me more doe eyes here. And she's also just giving me like, a little mix of doe and siren eyes, okay? So you're able to flip back and forth when you're ready. So please, for how do men view their beauty? We have give and receive. Beautiful. I actually like that. Definitely gives us Six of Pentacles. Everything can be quite proportional. We have ancestral roots. And it's funny that I was talking about you coming from like a good family or a good stock. That's what that's kind of giving. They're kind of like, when you come from a good family, how you look like you do anyway. Ooh, boy, you have nice hair. Group 3. Strong arms. A strong neck too. You have like a thicker neck than most people. Most people have like, not most people have skinny necks. You have a thick neck. Here we have between two worlds. That's kind of what I'm getting. Maybe you know how to code switch as well. Sometimes you dress like, or sometimes you're on land, sometimes you're in sea, sometimes you dress down, sometimes you dress up. It's kind of what I was getting over here as well, honestly. But you always look sexy no matter what you wear. It's like effortless beauty. You don't gotta try that hard. Now I'm hearing, you don't gotta try so hard. You don't have to give it all away. You just have to get up, get up, get up, get up. You don't have to change a single thing. You don't have to try. So it's very much giving, what is that Drake lyric? Sweatpants, hair tied, chilling with no makeup on. That's when you're the prettiest. I hope that you don't take it wrong. This is giving how these men view you. They think you look just gorgeous without anything on. They would say you don't need anything on, but you do it for you, not for them. Okay, period. Here we have courage. Yeah, you definitely go for someone who's very courageous with the King of Wands and the Emperor card coming through here. We have home, and that's kind of what I was saying with the Queen of Pentacles. You get like a very homely, wifey kind of energy. Like, don't play in her face. She's not gonna tolerate that kind of thing. It's so weird how people think, honestly. And then we have Pearl of Wisdom. That's what I was getting as well with you being someone who's like older or very, very, very mature. And just like you walk around like you've been through so many things in life and taught you a lot about yourself and situations, so you no longer like, I guess, underestimate your worth and what you bring to the world, what you bring to the table is the kind of vibe coming through. Like, you're just giving like very high value woman, okay? That just keeps coming through for you guys. Very high value, very beautiful, very well read. You give studious, bookworm, you keep to yourself. You don't dress for the male gaze. I think that's the perfect way to describe what I was getting at over here and over here. Sometimes you can. Some women dress for the male gaze, some don't, Some are dressed very male gaze centered and some people don't. They dress like very business casual, very fierce, you know what I mean? They're in heels and stockings and, dresses and pencil skirts and, finely pressed silks and things like that. And that's kind of what you're giving here. So those aren't things that are marketed to be sexy, but you wear it and still look really good. You know what I mean? And the man will probably choose you over the one who's like showing everything, which is, like I said, there's nothing wrong with showing everything because you probably have that time when you're ready as well and have it all out there. But so far, it's giving you like a dress very covered up is the vibe that's coming through. What strong arms are definitely coming through. Your arms is like, I don't know what's attractive about that, but men like your arms. Your hair, like I said, is already coming through. You could have like nice ears, like very cute petite ears, or like bigger ears, because we have the bigger ears coming through here. Then a bunny also has bigger ears, and that was coming through as well. Very strong arms, especially if you're a guy watching. Your arms are very sexy and toned, and like they have some definition to them, is what I just heard. But the way this man is holding up Pearl of Wisdom, we have this girl reading a book in ancestral roots. You could look a lot like your family, and that's something they could like think of whenever they're around you. Like, you have strong genes. It's kind of giving like I was mentioned, the Kardashians. It's kind of like that can be a thing as well. They're able to kind of label you as soon as they see you. Oh, they're Latina. Oh, they're this, they're that. You know what I mean? They're black, they're white. You know what I mean? Because it's just you look like your race. If that makes any kind of sense. So if there are any specific characteristics that come with being whatever race you have, they're able to clock you. Because it's reminding me of how I was talking about the Kardashians and how they all kind of have those same features. You know what I mean? They all have the darker eyes besides Kylie and Khloe. They have the dark hair. They're like a little bit more curvaceous. They're not too skinny. Even Kendall isn't like really skinny. She's like probably the skinniest out of the bunch. She has some curves to her, soft, feminine curves. It doesn't have to be drastic, but like a back road kind of curves. But you know what I mean? and they have the darker coloring and things like that. So it's kind of like people could see you and, oh, that's Latina, that's a Muslim person, that's someone who's Indian, that's someone who's black, that's someone who's white, that's someone who's from this specific part of the world. You know what I mean? Your roots. Or you look just like your family, and we knew you belonged to that family kind of energy. Is making me think of like Maya Hawke and how she looks exactly like her father, Ethan, and her mother as well. You know what I mean? I'm trying to remember her mom's name, but it's not important. Okay, but I don't want to keep rambling forever, and I really have to go. I love you guys. Thank you for watching. If you ever want to book a personal reading, you could always do so using my email in the description box below. But please make sure to like, comment, subscribe, all that good. That helps, you know, share, hype, all that stuff. If you want to ever join memberships, you could always do that using the link in the description box below, right above the timestamps. But yeah, I hope you're having a beautiful, wonderful day as always. And as always, you can also have like markings on your face, markings, tribal tattoos, scars, but there's something that tells where you're from, which make a lot of sense with the courage and the ancestral roots. Like if something is rural, or like I said, important, or originates from a specific place in the world, you have those things. You know what I mean? But yeah, I'm done. I love you guys. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.